You are making the world a better place by listening to the Joy of Living podcast. This is your guide to achieving a more purposeful, powerful, and positive life. Join Barry Shore in unlocking the best version of you and becoming happier, healthier, and wealthier. And now, here's your ambassador of joy, Barry Shore.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, because you're always looking for and finding the good. You have found good in abundance because you've consciously and conscientiously tuned into the joy of living with your humble host, Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Notice I didn't say the ambassador of joy. The ambassador of joy. And you tuned in for one reason only. It's the best reason in the whole world, by the way. And that's because you care the most in the entire world about you. Y-O-U. And that's great, because when you become the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony. You create more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. And it's wonderful. And thank you ever so much for sharing your enthusiasm for the podcast with your family and friends, so that right now we have over 517 plus thousand people listening. And by the time we bring on our amazing guest today, wonderful Matt, we'll have over 520,000, maybe 525,000 people, because you're always urging your family and friends to join. And what we do is just urge you, please share this with 5 people. You want to share with 50 or 100? Great. 5 people. That's what you really want to do. Therefore, we can touch millions around the world with this message that you know that we deliver, which is the reason you tuned in, because you want to learn about the 3 fundamentals of life. When you use these 3 fundamentals, the result is you'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? Now, the first fundamental of life is, number 1, your life has purpose. And when you lead a purpose-driven life, number 2 happens. There's a good number 2. You go MAD. Now, MAD is a wonderful acronym. It stands for make a difference. Lead a purpose-driven life, you make a difference in the world. And the third fundamental is to uncover the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. Simple example. The show is carried around the world, right? On the internet. Ask anybody, what does WWW stand for? Invariably, it has to do with the internet. And factually speaking, they're correct. However, in our world, the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, WWW stands for what a wonderful world. And what is a word, right? WHATA. And of course, whenever you hear the opening bars of what a wonderful world, what do you do right away? You can't help but just smile. Now, smile is one of the most important words you're going to be internalized, utilize, and leverage in your life, because smile stands for seeing miracles in life every day. That's right, seeing miracles in life every day. Let me tell you a quick story. It's about me. Imagine, if you can, I'm standing up in the morning, completely healthy and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And in the evening, that same day, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed from my neck down. It was not from an automobile accident. It wasn't a spinal injury. It was a rare disease which took over my body and rendered me being a quadriplegic. Nothing in the body moved. I could only communicate by blinking my eyes. I was 144 days in the hospital. I was 2 years in a hospital bed in my own home. I couldn't move. I was in a wheelchair for 4 years. I had braces on both my legs, my hips to my ankles. That was progress. Thank God today I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand. So I'm a triped, not a biped. Can't walk up a stair by myself. Can't walk up a curb by myself. I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. All because of one word, smile. Seeing miracles in life every day. And I got to tell you quick also, I'm privileged to speak to millions of people around the world every month. And I do some in-person appearances. Sometimes I don't travel much here in Henderson, Nevada. Recently, I spoke to a group of 1,127 people. And I'm telling the story about Barry Shore, talking about seeing miracles in life every day. And some people raise their hands, hey, Barry Shore, I've been up for hours, I haven't seen any miracles. And I asked them, are you here? Can you hear? Can you stand still? I can't do that. Can you walk? I can barely do that. Do you have water to drink? Do you have food to eat? A place to eat for family, your friends? Every single one of those is a miracle. What's the proof? Simple proof. 1 million people didn't get out of bed this morning. You know why? They died. By definition, if you're watching or you're listening, you didn't. Therefore, you have an obligation to live life to the full, to live exuberantly. And the result is you'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Now, I got to tell you, look, my 8-year-old niece comes over to me a few weeks ago. She says, Uncle Barry, can we spell smile? S-M-I-E-L. I thought about it. Smile sounds the same. Why not? I asked her how come. She says, because then it would stand for seeing miracles in everyday life. Out of the mouth of an 8-year-old. What was she doing? She was creating the kind of world that she wants to live in. Now, CREATE is a fabulous acronym. It stands for causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. You're going to learn some life hacks about rethinking from amazing guest, Matt Willis. It's just so fabulous to have him on. Will be with us in just a couple minutes. In the interim, we want to urge everybody, we're going to talk about shifting your perspective. Now, I've been working with people for more than 4.5 decades, and I can tell you, when they come to me and they first want to learn how to grow, well, on paper, they look fine. In reality, what have they done in their lives? They've dropped the F in shift, and the other stuff happens. You got to keep your F's in place, your F and F's. Shift your perspective. The result is you can internalize, utilize, and leverage the 6 most important words you'll ever learn. And these are choice, not chance, determines your destiny. How you choose to respond in any given situation will determine your path in life and your trajectory. Now, before we bring on Matt, I just want to urge everybody to, well, I'm going to just share with you. I'm going to warn you in advance. I use a lot of 4-letter words. I even use the 4-letter FU word. I do it because there's shock value and it's fun. Now, of course, the 4-letter words that we use, because we live in the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, are love, life, hope, play, pray, free, gift, swim, fun. Fun, that's right. F-U, capital N, fun. Now, some people raise their hand and say, hey, Barry Shore, fun's only spelled with 3 letters. Now, in our world, in the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, fun is spelled F-U, capital N, capital N. So after the show, you see your family and friends, point your finger, twinkle in your eyes, smile in your face, remember this name, say, F-U, everybody. Remember to add right away, capital N, capital N. You get your attention. Say, what is that about? Wait till I tell you what we learned today with wonderful Matt and Barry. So before we bring on Matt, I just want to urge everybody to use the 2 most powerful words in English language 3 times a day from now and the rest of your life. And these 2 words are, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks stands for to harmonize and nurture kindness. Kind is a fabulous word that stands for keep inspiring noble deeds. I can't think of anybody in the world that I want to share with you that inspires noble deeds more than amazing, wonderful, fabulous Matt Willis. Matt, please say hello to 523,917 people around the world.
Hello, everybody. It is a great honor to be with you, Barry. Love you, brother, as a true friend, and you are one of a kind, and it is a pure delight to be here, and blessings to everybody out there listening.
Well, I have been urging and pleading with Matt to be on the show for a number of years. If I start telling you all the things that he has done and accomplished, it would take the rest of the show. I'm going to give you 3 data points, though, because it's really important to begin to understand what it is he's going to share with us today. So back in 2021, he accomplished something that only, I think, 50 people in the world have ever accomplished. He's top 50 LinkedIn most impactful person. Out of hundreds of millions. Top 50, that's number 1. Number 2 is the founder of what's called Global Web3 Ventures. We're going to talk about that. Web3, keep that in mind, Web3 Ventures. And okay, there's a lot of other things, but I just want to mention to you that he's involved with women's golf and smart cities, and he's a channel of goodness. He's a child of God. And we're going to talk about that as well. because God figures prominently in his life. So again, without further ado, let's just jump right in, Matt, and talk about that which is you, not just the idea, the reality of being impactful in life and how it's brought about by the power of human connection. In the world of AI,
Yes.
the power of human connection.
I think that's everything because I believe our destiny is locked up in another person. Every single person we meet gives a level of favor to us. It may be 90%, it may be 1%, it may be 100%. And how we treat and connect with that person opens up favor. A lot of people think money is the most valuable or equity, whatever. I think favor is the most valuable because that person can do amazing things for you if you learn how to treat them well and you have win-win situations.
So again, let's unpack something you just said, because we're going to unpack and impact.
Yes.
Every single human that you interact and meet with, every
Yes.
has something in them that is part of you, and therefore it's incumbent upon you to connect with that because it brings benefit to both. Is that correct to say?
Yes, and that's the key. And when you love people as God's royalty, because every single person walking on this planet is a child of the Most High God. And when you love them, you're activating the love of God in your life, and then it activates their love for you, which opens up the favor to get everything done in this world.
So let's take 2 examples, and you can be a name dropper if you want.
Yes.
Tell us 2 beings that you have met either recently or in the past that have enabled you to open up more of you and therefore transform your very being.
Well, one of the things, it's very, very difficult to actually do this because our computer only typically registers what it's programmed in, which your brain is a computer, basically. And so whatever your life, your parents, all the people that mentored you in life, that's registered to you. And naturally, we are selfish. So in order to get out of our selfish mind and find win-win situations with people, you actually have to practice that. And that's what you do so well. So when I was introduced to you, they said, you got to meet the ambassador of joy, Barry Shore. He is similar to you. You guys have great energy and you love people. But what Barry does and I do, we are intentional about it because we know there's positive effects, not only for us, but there's positive effects for the world and the nation and the person that we're dealing with.
Woo!
Come on, Barry, let's go.
Okay, you just created a new acronym. Are you ready for this one?
Please, I love your acronyms.
You said it. The acronym is the wonderful bird called GOOSE. Everybody knows what a goose is. I don't know. We're around the world, so maybe not every country has a goose. Look it up. GOOSE. So you just said the words. Getting out of selfishness expands. GOOSE.
Yes, that's beautiful.
What you said, Matt, is so fundamental to the shift in perspective. Remember, we talked about shift. So shift is spelled SHIFT.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people, most people, drop the F in shift, and the other stuff happens. So you're going to be effing careful. So you just said the key words. It takes practice. You're fundamentally programmed to be a taker.
Correct.
Selfish.
Yes.
The goal is, once you understand cognitively,
correct,
and emotionally, and viscerally in the tummy, that giving is the key that unlocks the treasures of the world. Am I right on this?
Exactly.
The giving. So now you got to practice that, just like any pro athlete or any athlete.
Yes.
You want to get in the World Series of life, you practice giving. Is that fair to say?
Correct. And the secret is actually locked up in another person. So your destiny will not get there until you meet the next person in your life and you determine how you love them. You find win-win situations, and then your destiny is unlocked after every person you meet. So that's what happens is people value money. They value everything in life, but they don't value other human beings as much as they should. But with practice, doing the goose and learning how to get out of our own selfishness. I mean, you're a successful business guy. Look at all your success. It's been collaborating and loving and finding win-win situations to get to the top. So now you're retired and all the success that you've had. And the ones that get there faster collaborate better and treat humans better. And those are soft skills. It's not about dominance. It's about love, spreading, and finding win-win situations.
Okay. I'm enjoying this so much that I am just tingling inside.
Yeah, me too.
I can feel it happening throughout the world. People are leaning in.
Beautiful.
If you're watching this, by the way, you're able to see this vision, this being named Matt Willis. And I'm going to just tell you, if you're not watching, you're only listening. Behind Matt and his microphone, there are some sunflowers. Now, sunflowers, he put them there just because he likes sunflowers. Sunflowers is the essence of what he's talking about.
Yes.
Because one sunflower has in its being plus minus 1,000 seeds.
Wow.
Every sunflower, 1,000 seeds. Now you can eat them, you can plant them, you can spread them. Think about you with another human being. Another human being is a sunflower, which is just a flower, which is wonderful.
Yes.
A human being, the magnitude between a human and a sunflower is beyond understanding. Only God can create that.
I love that.
The beauty of the human, we're talking about you, every single person listening, every single person tingling right now, every single person saying, I'm loving this.
Come on. Woo.
Really wants to be the sunflower.
Yes.
Because I want to emphasize again something you just said, Matt, because it's fundamental to life. Every person you meet enables you to unlock your destiny and by definition, their destiny.
Yes.
So by getting outside of selfishness expands for each one. So it is reciprocal, the reciprocity of dealing with humans. So let's talk about what happened with you, how you use the power of human connection to build your travel business. Let's talk about that, because that goes back a bit of time.
Yes.
How do you use your power of human connection to build an empire in travel?
Thank you. Thank you. And the sunflowers actually were my mother's favorite flower. She passed away 6 years ago of cancer, and she lived that life of giving. So she saw everybody as a sunflower with thousands of seeds, just like you said. So she would walk around and just cry looking at humans. Just when she says, when you meet someone, just tell them that you love them underneath your breath, and just spreading that love. And that's hard to do when we're hurt sometimes, because our pain shows up and our feelings show up and our negativities. But that I have to say that. And so she actually believed in me. My stepmother and mother got together in 1988 when I was 16 years old, and my brother burnt up his Suzuki Samurai, and I was excited about getting a car. They bought him a car, and they said, you know what, Matt? Your brother burnt his car up. He was smoking cigarettes. It popped out. It flew up. And I said, but we're going to help you start a business. So my mother, that raised me since I was 5 years old, got together, retired fire chief Nish Willis, and my mom got together, which they were close, which is rare when parents divorce. Normally the mother and the stepmother couldn't close, but I was blessed to have that. And they said, we're going to help you start a business. And so they helped me start a business, and I would go charge $25 to $30 to paint the street numbers on the curbs so the fire department and the police department can find the house effectively. Because in those situations, because I come from 2 retired fire chiefs, seconds matter for life. So like if a person's dying and they need an emergency, 10 seconds can save their life. So I would go out there and charge them $25, $30. Had employees by the time I was 16, and I was driving a Porsche in high school. So it's the power of them giving back to me, and they gave me what I needed, not what I wanted. And then for the rest of it went into sales and top sales there. But back to you, brother.
I want to unpack one thing, and then we're going to go to a break, because I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I want everybody to hear again. Matt looked at and understood that painting numbers on a curb in front of a house was a life-saving event. It wasn't, I'm painting numbers, I want to get paid. Yes, of course, that's a transaction. He understood that business is both transactional and transformational. We're going to be back to more, Matt, after this. We have sponsors that we wouldn't offer them to you if we didn't think they're worthy of your time and attention. We vetted them. We think they're good. We'll be right back with more, Matt. Don't go away, because this is really amazing. See you in just a bit.
Hello, skincare connoisseurs. If you think you have tried everything in skincare, you are going to love what I am about to tell you. I'm pharmacist Benjamin I. Fuchs. I'm a dermatology pharmacist, and what I've discovered in my compounding pharmacy after decades of working with patients with skin traumas and skin diseases is the missing link in skincare is topical essential nutrition. And because of this missing link, we're not maximizing the potential of topical skincare. We're leaving skin beauty and skin health on the table. And that's why I formulated my Truth Treatments. Listen, the skin's an organ. It needs and wants and craves nutrients, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, and plant-derived minerals, and now it can get them in super high concentrations in my Truth Treatments. Originally formulated for dermatologists and their patients, now they're available to you. Check them out today at truthtreatments.com, and I know you are going to love the truth.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. If you're good-looking, so I was looking for and finding the good. We found good in abundance. His name is Matt Willis. He is one of the planet's greatest expositors of the power of human connection. He's not just speaking about it. He's not just sharing it. He lives it, and by his very being, teaches what we call transformation. See, a lot of people tune into a podcast because they want more information. Well, information is great, and it's out there. It's on the internet. There's plenty of that. And people want inspiration. Oh, Barry Shaw, I love you. I feel so good. I listen. And then, of course, like Chinese food, 2 hours, 3 hours later, you need more. What we're talking about today, the reason people keep coming back and listening to the podcast, because it's about transformation, the T word, transformation. And again, I urge everybody, share this with 5 people. We want to do 50 or 100. We love that. 5 people, therefore we'll touch 2+ million people around the world. We have about 527,000 people listening right now. So Matt, let's talk about the ability for you to be in business, understand that it is a transformational moment because you've learned several things. You learn how to sell, how to negotiate, how to produce. In other words, you said you're going to do something and you did it.
Yeah.
What you're doing is bringing a life-saving event to people merely by painting numbers.
Yes.
Mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset was, I'm here to serve.
Yeah.
And let's continue with that and tell us, how does that help you when you were doing, let's say, the travel business?
Yes, and the same thing. I went into sales from there and got to the pinnacle. I was #1 in the year 2000, sold 27 custom homes, luxury log homes, #1 in the entire United States in the year 2000 with my late mother's business. So I spent 13 years being a blessing as a sales manager with them. And I learned so much about caring and loving and taking care of the customer, and the customer is the most important part of the picture. And then I wanted out of the workforce, and I was going to church, and I was like, man, I'm making good money, but I want freedom. There was something different. I love the islands. And I was like, let me find something different. And we started researching in the magazines and all the different places to find. And we found something that I love, which is travel. I grew up in Izmir, Turkey in 1982 and 83, 9 and 10 years old. So I got to travel around. My mother was the head of the AYA. And then I met a guy at church.
I'm sorry, your mother was the head of, what is AY?
AYA is like the YMCA of the army, of the military in Izmir, Turkey. So she got to travel around and took us around to Kuşadası and Greece and Crete. And so I got the travel bug.
Does that mean that your mother was an officer in the United States Army?
My stepfather was a staff sergeant in finance, and she actually got a job with the AYA that associated with the military to run the like the YMCA of the army over there when we were there. Yeah. So she traveled.
You were a military brat.
I was a military bat with my amazing stepfather, exactly at that age. And so it gave me the bug. And then when I was going to church one day, we were looking in the magazine and my wife was sick. And so I sat next to a gentleman by the name of Ken. And he said, at the end of it, he said, have you ever heard of this company called Coastal Vacations? I said, uh-oh, I was just looking at that in the magazine the other day. I said, this is a coincidence. So he shared it with me. And then I met a gentleman making $100,000 a month with a call center closing sales. And all he had to do was advertise. I was like, what? You just have to advertise and you got a system in place. I said, I got to listen to this guy. So I did. I finally, at the time, we didn't have a lot of extra money because being married, you have a lot of expenses. So we got a loan, got $5,000 to start the business and $3,000 to advertise. First month made $1,000. Second month made nothing. My wife wanted to pull her hair out, started screaming at me. You're a lunatic. We didn't have the money. What are you doing? Go get a job. And I said, hold on. It's like a train. It takes a little while to get going. The following month, $10,000. The following month, $35,000 in my fourth month of business. And then past my mentor that made $100,000 a month within my 5th months of business in the business. And then went on to build my own travel company, Global Web3 Ventures, World Discovery Club. And I still have that company. I'm going to reignite it. And then COVID, it kind of went down with the travel. And then we launched out Global Web3 Ventures. But I tell you what, you asked what was the lessons that I learned. Everything's about human behavior. I work with the United Nations, royal family members. I just opened up the royal family of England. I'm working on levels that you guys don't know about because I've done no public podcast or posts in 2.5 years. This is only the second podcast I've done in 2.5 years. So I'm doing everything behind the scenes. But the secret key to everything moving on the highest levels in the world is relationships, loving them, and finding win-win situations. And when you do that, that person opens up. When you learn to love that person, and sometimes you have to give first because it's a shock to that other person's system. They're like, oh my goodness, this guy's really full of love and he's opening up doors for me. And they get shocked and they may not open up a door for you till 2 months down the road. But boy, once they start giving you all the favor, now you both are giving each other favor back and forth. And now you have a collaborative partner for days that has opened up levels of favor for you, because I believe one introduction can take your life to the whole nother level. And so you've lived that way. You live on love, on purpose, and educating people and finding win-win situations. But what I thought about, which we love, I have Jewish roots as well too. I showed you the DNA test from my mother's side. Very proud of that, Sephardic Jewish roots. But Queen Esther in the Bible understood favor better than anybody in the world. It's actually favor that saved her people. She understood the favor of the king. How do I get that favor? She wasn't, let me figure out how to convince this guy or how to sell this guy or how to close this guy. She was focused on, how do I get his favor? That's what we need to focus on with people. How do we get their favor and we give them our favor? Because once that happens, you quietly become some of the most powerful collaborative partners on planet Earth, which that's actually what Barry and I are doing. We're collaborating on levels you guys have no ideas, introducing billionaires, opening up doors, United Nations, opening up doors that no one knows about because of the level of favor that we're having with each other.
Okay. First of all, again, the 2 most powerful words in the English language. Thank you. People, it's so important. Don't take notes. Don't write anything down. Just lean in and experience what's happening right now. The reason we have this podcast, of course, because it's recorded. That means you can go back. We urge you, go back again. Listen at your speed, put things on pause, write things down, go through it. And then when you really want to be a winner in life, you'll listen again the third time. By the time you go through the third time, you will begin the process of GOOSE, getting out of selfishness expands, and that's going to help transform your life. So again, I say thank you for this, Matt. There are so many times, everything is in the show notes. It's all there. So just experience what we're talking about, because you just got a dose of what it means to be a cog.
Yes.
A cog stands for channel of goodness. Child of God.
Yes.
Once that is in your mind, in other words, your thoughts are all about, how can I be of service? Your speech is about, I'm here to serve. Your Deeds are, I serve.
Yes.
You express it. This is Matt Willis. And what he's doing now is he's bringing to this worldwide audience all around the world. We have people listening from Nepal,
Mm.
from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from India, all throughout Asia, throughout Africa, throughout Europe, certainly in Latin America, in the United States, all over the world. And people are loving this. They come here because we know the show's not about you, Matt, even though we love you.
Thank
Show's
you,
not
brother.
about Barry. Wow, Barry.
That's-
It's about you.
yes.
You.
Yes.
Because you, the best you make the difference. So we just learned about this remarkable insight called favor, and it's coming through the love of God
Yes.
in the Testament. And that's
Yes.
the messaging, bringing out Esther. So I wanted to say, I want to go back. You mentioned about learning about the customer. So recently I was writing down something I saw and listened 4 times, actually 5 times to this clip of Steve Jobs. Now, I guess I don't have to say who Steve Jobs was. I assume everybody listening,
Yes.
you're under 35, you know who Steve Jobs was and still is, by the way, because his vision exists in the world. So he was challenged by somebody early on in the development of Apple and such, of somebody literally saying to him, you really don't know what you're talking about when it came to tech. And people in the audience are sort of, ooh. And Steve Jobs answered the following way. I'm going to make it very short. He paused. Pause, of course, is the most powerful speech in the world, isn't it? He paused, 10 seconds maybe. He said, I think you're right. I want to explain something to you. You can make a particular app and it will work for certain things like that. However, are you plugging into the vision? The vision that Steve Jobs has was far greater than any particular application.
Wow.
And with these words, he said, we begin with the customer experience and then work back to the technology.
Wow. Heavy.
And
that's what we're talking about right here. Woo.
Hey, well, that's right. I say this is what Matt just said. He is echoing Steve Jobs because what we're dealing with here is truth.
Yes.
If you deal with truth, it has to be in the core correct. Truth stands for total reliance upon the highest.
Yes.
That's what truth is.
Yes.
That's what Matt is talking about. That's what we're doing here. So again, how does one grow your status? You meet people. How do you do that, Matt?
I think it all goes back to exactly what you live. And it's an ambassador of joy and love and really focusing on others. I think the way up is others, because another person, think about this. Just for instance, LinkedIn is 1.23 billion people on the platform, #1 platform in the world, will not be taken down as the #1 platform. So the more you understand how to love on people and find win-win situations, and on there, on the comments, on the sections, on your post and everything that you've been doing and epitomizing for all of your life in the business world, Barry, the more they will gain that status. It's locked up in another person. So they take it one step at a time. So it's building those relationships and finding win-win and loving them. And sometimes you don't get a deposit. Don't get greedy and expect a deposit right now. So you might love on a billionaire and he does nothing for you, but 2 years later, he opens up the biggest door in the world for you. So you may open up a door for him, and all of a sudden 2 years later, hey, man, I know you. Meet this other billionaire. And all of a sudden, whoosh, your company grows by 5x. So you have to get out of the mentality of worrying about the return too fast, and sometimes just trying to give love and win-wins. And if you keep it real, I think people start typing and they get out of their own brain as a human and talking. So when you talk like you type, that's so hard to do. People get freaked out when they type. But if you can talk to them like you do in person, like you do your best friend, and get natural and loving and let that love come through that message, that what happens in the comments, those people that are putting those posts, if you're leaving kind, positive comments in those posts, all of a sudden they're like, wow, that Barry, he's a positive joy. I love him. So the feelings that you create in that other person, it is a commodity. I think that's the way up.
Up stands for unlimited potential.
Yes. Wow, I love that.
Up stands for unique person. That's what
Wow.
you're doing here.
Yes.
I want to riff on your love.
Mm.
Love is a great acronym. It stands for living on vibrant energy, living on the vibrational plane. When you're living on the vibrational plane, every process that you bring into the world, your thoughts, your words, and your deeds
Mm.
resonate because it's coming from a place of truth,
Yes.
honesty, giving,
Mhm.
caring,
Yes.
sharing. Am I
Yes.
right on that?
Absolutely. 100%. And it takes time, because what happens is we get all blocked up and our heart gets black and we get hurt and we get divorced. We get hit, we get abused, and and you have to go through that cleansing process, but when you focus on that, you focus on letting things go and loving other people. And this is what I always tell myself. And my father was incredible about this empathy. He said, Matt, people are trying their best. When that really hits your brain, that every person that's ever hurt you in life, or every misunderstanding or something, that person is literally trying their best on the other side. Well, because we are a different computer, we don't understand that they're trying their best. We think, oh, they hurt me, so that they, but that's where the friction comes in. But when you have that ultimate empathy, that even in the toughest times, or the hardest people that you've ever dealt with, or the most hurt you've ever been in your life, that person that hurt you the most you've ever been hurt in your life, you realize that more than likely they are not evil. They are trying their best. That is liberating. That is liberating.
Wait, okay, everybody. I plead with you, and I'm also pushing you. If you don't listen to this again, you're losing out. When you do listen to this second time, and again, you go through slowly and clearly and invest the time.
Yes.
Time is your most valuable asset.
Yes.
Invest your most valuable asset here. Time stands for thinking it's miraculous every day, because it is. But you've just been handed the keys to the kingdom.
Yes.
Everything you want.
Yes.
You want money, it will come. You want love, you're going to get it. You want relationships, you're going to get. You want more of the goodness of life. You want to do more, the ability to be a goose and beyond selfishness, you've got it. It's all here right now, coming through Matt. I mean,
wow.
I'm loving that. I'm enjoying and writing things down. I'm going to go through it again, because why? One time is not enough. The key of really gaining benefit here is that repetition creates transformation.
Correct.
Yes. I want to mention something to you, and I just saw it now for the first time, Matt, because of what you said. The word hurt, H-U-R-T, let's be blunt. There's nobody in life that's never been hurt.
Yeah.
Hello? Emotionally, physically hurt. Okay.
Yes.
Hurt is a great word, H-U-R-T. You take the same letters, you rearrange it, you have the word Ruth. Now, Ruth in the Bible is the most remarkably empathetic, loving, giving, caring people in the world. And she, through her line, gave birth eventually to David, King David, who is the progenitor to the Messiah. Okay.
Wow.
Here's the other part. The word truth, T-R-U-T-H, has within it the letters hurt. In other words, it's real. And the benefit oftentimes of hurt is that it is real. In other words, if you hold on to a cup of something very hot and you burn your hand, that's real. You'll remember. We oftentimes need something to stimulate us. We'd rather have it from the nice way.
Correct.
Please tickle me. Okay. Oftentimes it comes in other ways as well, right?
Yes.
So again,
this is awesome.
I'm so appreciative of what we're doing here. I mean, appreciating
me too.
One of the most important things that you can do in life. Tell somebody. Actually, what I urge oftentimes is tell 3 people every single day.
Yes.
You can use words, you can use typing, you can use deeds.
Right.
show appreciation, because the human being needs that, craves that.
Yes.
Right, right,
Yes.
Matt?
You know what I noticed about you, that you are a wielder of an incredible sword. The most powerful weapon in the universe is your tongue. And there's nobody better that I know that uses the tongue better than Barry Shore. And you're intentionally using that tongue to shape your destiny, to love people, to heal people, because you know how bad they're hurting. You've got out of your own selfishness and you're focusing on others, and you're trying to yield the sword to bring healing all the time, every day, unity and love. And how many people are living like that? So I think the audience needs to learn how to wield that tongue to edify, to build up, to find win-win situations, to collaborate. And when you start practicing and controlling that tongue to only use it for good, like Barry does, where are you going to be? Just like Barry.
And as you said, the word sword, Matt, SWORD.
Yes.
Same, put the S at the end.
Yep.
Words.
Yes.
That's what the sword is. It's words,
Yes.
as you said, in the tongue. Okay, we have going to go a quick break. We have sponsors we think you're going to benefit from them. We urge you to pay attention. We'll be right back with more Matt. Don't go away, because this is life enhancing. Be right back. Opportunity. What an opportunity. I'm going to use 2 4-letter words right now. Free gift. Free gift. Yes. You can have a copy of my best-selling book, The Joy of Living, How to Slay Stress and Be Happy, the ebook version, for absolutely free. All you have to do is send an email to me, Barry, Barry, at barryshore.com, and in the heading, the subject line, just write free gift. It's as easy as that. This is a life-changing, life-enhancing opportunity. Barry at barryshore.com. You'll be glad you did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Free gift. Do it now. Take the action. Make it happen right now. Best wishes. Bye. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. If you're good-looking, because you're always looking for and finding the good, we found good in abundance. His name is Matt Willis. Matt is one of the most remarkably positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant people on planet Earth. He's been sharing with us, remember, stands for spreading happiness and rejuvenating energy, the ways in which you can become the best you, because when you are, you make the world a better place, build more bridges of harmony. And I want to begin by saying something to you, Matt. During the break, I created an acronym for your name. May I share it with you?
Please, sir. Okay,
Matt, M-A-T-T. Matt stands for Manifesting Awareness, Teaching Transformation.
Heavy. I love it. I love that. Beautiful. Thank you for that. I received that.
Well, let's talk about something that really gets to me, because I love using the 4-letter FU word.
Yeah.
4-letter FU word is fun.
Yes.
FU, capital N, capital N. Now, when you meet people, you talk to especially family, friends, and you have an opportunity, then you tell everybody, hey, FU. First of all, people say, like, what are we talking about? They lean in. What are we talking about? You better add capital N, capital. Let's talk about business, understanding that it is fun.
Yeah, that's the secret. That's the real secret. I'll tell you what, this is the way that I have been elevated behind the scenes after I got top 50 in the world, is having fun with people. Because I don't care if they're a billionaire, they're a prime minister, they're United Nations, they're Prince Charles, or whatever they are. They like to be loved on, and they like to have fun in the process. And so sending nice, positive messages, or being silly sometimes, or using humor, helping people laugh in business like that. Sometimes people try to be so serious in business, they forget that we're humans. So, I mean, you don't want to be overly weird, but, you know, being positive and loving and making people laugh and having a good time in the process, that is what people want. So having fun in business, like Barry said, I think it's one of my number one weapons, because what happens is I get out of my mindset thinking, oh, I got to behave a certain way. No, I need to be loving, fair, positive, win-win, do the right thing, but I need to have fun. So I'm this way in business on the podcast, and I'm that way in the business when I'm hanging out by the pool. So I'm just me everywhere, and that's not easy to do for people. It's like, but they want you. People love you. They want to see the loving you, the loving side of you. And when you bring that out in business, you attract more people, and it's fun in the process, and then things happen faster and easier.
Everybody I want to unpack what you just said. Things happen faster and easier.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Again, what's happened here is you created a new word in the world. GOOSE.
Yes.
Getting out of selfishness expands.
Yes.
And fun is part of that. So let's use the analogy, let's say, of geese. So again, anything about geese, and it's worth it to look it up, do a Chat GPT or a Perplexity or even a Google, and just learn, do a video on geese. What do you learn? They don't fly alone. They fly together, group of them, and whenever geese fly, they tend to fly in what's called the V formation, right, Matt?
Yes, sir.
The V formation is a leader, and then the other geese that make up the V. Mm-hmm. What's amazing is that the leader, for a certain amount of time, let's just call it 5 minutes, is not the leader 5 minutes later.
Wow.
They switch.
Wow.
Every goose in the group is a leader.
Hey, I like that one. That's an incredible analogy.
And it's unlike, let's say, the sled dogs in Alaska and the Iditarod. There's only one lead dog. With geese, each goose assumes leadership. And what we're doing right now, Matt, is you have given over opportunity to people to learn how to become their best self.
Yes.
And be the leader in their own life, to be a goose.
Yes.
And to therefore gain everything they possibly want and need by following what we learned today. So again, I beg you, I plead with you, and now I'm going to tell you, listen to this again. Slowly, clearly, write down things.
Yeah.
And then you really want to be a winner, you listen the third time. And I'm going to urge everybody, when you've listened 3 times, I want you to send me a note and say, I'm a goose.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Look what we created today, Matt.
Oh, how beautiful. I've been waiting on this a long time. It's such an honor and a blessing.
Oh, this is truly huge. The acronym that we use for the word joy is Journey of You. Helped us all on our journey by sharing your journey. And it's really revelatory. It's wonderful. It's enlightening. It's empowering. And you're right. When the sword is words, and the words focus on only being positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, the world opens up. Is that correct? The world
yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And then loving, the 2 greatest commandments in almost all religions are love God and love others in some format. So when you just say, I'm going to walk around and love some people today, I'm going to hug some people today, I'm going to bless some people, I'm going to give to some people, I'm just going to give, and I'm going to change my view of humanity in a different light. And even the most evilest person in the world, you know that they are still trying their best. They just have the wrong information. They just have, so it allows you to have mercy on everybody and realize with the right information and the transformation that they can have, they would too turn into a good person. Get the right, wholesome, clean, positive information into their brain, and then learn how to speak and love others. And that's the whole journey. That's our whole purpose for being here on earth. Even in Ecclesiastes, the richest man to ever live in the history of the world, King Solomon, what did he say at the end of it all? The whole duty of man is to love God and keep his commandments. And that's what we're here for. and love others. You want to get God's attention real fast? Start loving on his children, really loving on his children and being merciful and kind and uplifting and giving. And boy, you're going to get his. And when you got his attention, that's when his favor drops on you. And when his favor drops on you, things open up for you that you would never imagine. You could never. I tell people, one day of favor is worth a lifetime of labor. And our beautiful brother Joseph experienced that. 14 years in prison. He suffered and get beaten and rats and everything. And all of a sudden, one day of favor, he goes to second in command of the entire world at the time, because Egypt was running the world at the time. So Joseph had that level of favor that we're all seeking for. But he also, too, when you're in tough times, when you're looking at the jail cell that you're currently in, don't be discouraged, because favor has never left you. Even Joseph's situation, the same level of favor that was on Joseph's life when he was in his last day of prison, which that was his surrounding, the same level of favor when he was second in command. It was the same favor. So don't get discouraged when you're going through tough times, when your body's aching, when you had a heart attack, or your head is hurting, or you just got divorced, because that favor, if it's on you, it can elevate you. And all it takes is one day to get to the top.
I'm in love. Remember, living on vibrant energy.
Yes.
Dear friend Matt, I'm loath to say these words, and yet I must. Coming to a close in our time together in this round, I'm going to have 3 quick questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1, will you come back again?
I would be honored. Yes, sir. It would be a pleasure, brother. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul, and you are doing beautiful work around the world, and I would be absolutely delighted.
Thank you. Number 2, Matt Willis, you have only 80 seconds to answer this question.
Okay.
What is your most fervent desire?
My most fervent desire is to make our Father God happy. That's number 1 for me. And when you make him happy, then your direct purpose in life is perfect. So there's nothing greater than having peace inside of your heart and joy, and that comes from our Creator. So when you get tapped into him and fall in love with him and try to do the things that he wants you to do in life, that's when true happiness and true peace, because he's the creator of you. So that's really the secret sauce, in my opinion, is getting connected into God. And then the other one's just healing up the hurt. My friend told me one time, he said, Matt, your life is like an octopus. So there's little tentacles. And he said, if there's a problem with one of those tentacles, relationships in your life, he said, go fix it. That's usually how you fix your life. Forgive them. Even if they don't want to forgive you, forgive them anyway. Let it go. Understand they're trying their best. And all of a sudden, man, life gets better, because now you don't have any friction with everybody. So getting less friction with people, less arguments, less problems, less yelling and screaming and fighting. Less of that means your life has more peace. So loving God and loving people more. Yes.
And number 3, may I give you a hug in front of 528,723 people around the world?
Be a pleasure.
Let me tell you what HUG stands for. Heartfelt, unlimited giving. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, God. Yay.
The joy of living with your humble host, Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy, amazing Matt Willis. And remember, this show's not about Matt, fabulous fellow he is. Our Barry, great guy. It's about you. Why owe you? Because when you, the best you make the world a better place, build more bridges of joy, happiness, peace, and love. And the reason you're here is to learn about and utilize the 3 fundamentals of life. Number 1, life. Your life has purpose. You've been listening to Matt. It's all about purpose. You lead a purpose-driven life, you go mad. MAD stands for making a difference in life. Just leading a purpose-driven life, you make a difference. Number 3, unlock the power and the sequence of everyday words and terms. WWW, what a wonderful world. Smile, seeing miracles in life every day. Or as my 8-year-old niece says, seeing miracles in everyday life. You want to create the world you want to live in, causing rethinking. Listen to Matt. Causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. And when you do that, you can use 4-letter words. And even the 4-letter FU word to everybody's advantage, because we live in the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. And you can internalize, utilize, and leverage the 6 most important words you'll ever learn. Choice, not chance, creates your destiny. You've heard it today many times. Choice, how you choose to respond to any given situation will determine your path in life and the trajectory. Use 4-letter words: love, life, hope, play, free, give, swim. And of course, F you, everybody. Wait, capital N, capital S. After the show, point your fingers, say F you, capital N.
Yes.
I listened to Barry Short. Listen to what we did today. And we urge you to use the 2 most powerful words in the English language 3 times a day for the rest of your life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. And a blessing from Matt and Barry.
Yes,
Go
blessings.
live exuberantly. Spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference. Matt, don't go away.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Joy of Living podcast. Now that's another step towards your healthier, happier, and wealthier life. Never hesitate to do good in the world, no matter what the situation. Join us for another upbeat discussion next time at barryshore.com. And be sure to leave a rating and subscribe to the show to get more conversations like this. And remember to share it with your family and friends too. See you on the next episode.